Hey there, Alan Mathews here. In this video, we're going to be looking at how to plan a practice, a classical guitar practice, so that you make sure that you get all your vitamins and minerals, and you can also know going in what it is that you're going to do, how long you have to spend, all that kind of good stuff. But first, let me tell you, classicalguitarshed.com, tons of articles, free resources on classical guitar, and a lot of information over there, both free and paid. If you're watching this video on Classical Guitar Shed right now, way to go. So planning a practice, there are a few ingredients of a practice, and as long as you get these, it doesn't matter what order or anything like that they're in, but there are a few different things that you want to have in a really good practice. And some days you won't be able to get them all, and that's fine, but overall, if you know the ideal, then you can work towards it when you can. The first thing is technique. We always want to be working on our technique, how our fingers move, our ability to actually play notes, because that's ultimately how well we play pieces. Is our technique is as good as we can play, basically. So we want to be moving forward on our technique and really ingraining habits that will scale with us so that in 20 years that we'll still be using and just mastering the same exact ones that we're mastering right now. They'll just be better. Just like in basketball, layups are layups, and regardless of what level you're playing, you always want to be getting better at your layup or your free throw or whatever it is, right? Your swing in golf. So same thing here. This is just technique. These are technique issues. So you want technique practice. And I think the more the merrier on that. It could be half of your practice could be technique work, and that would be great. The next thing is new notes. We want to always be moving forward in our playing so that we feel like we are progressing. We can look back and say over the past month, oh, I know I've done something because I have learned this new song. Learning some new notes each day, even if it's one measure per day or one note per day even, at least that's moving forward. So new notes in every single one, and ideally memorizing everything that you play. Of course, it's not everybody does that, but ideally seeking to memorize whatever it is that you're playing, memorizing one new note a day. The next thing is tricky spots. So in the music that we play, there are bound to be, it seems like every piece under the sun has at least one tricky spot. And so you want to keep a list of these tricky spots, or have a little post-it on each page that you're working on or anything like that, just that tricky spot, so that you just go through and practice just your tricky spots. Nice and slow. The trick isn't to go fast through them, but it's to simply play it perfectly. Once or twice, give each tricky spot no more than a minute or so. You're just touching on it, and day after day, those tricky spots will become less tricky. So this is just like a drop at a time, tricky spots. The next one is maintaining your repertoire. And so these are songs that you learned last year. This is the song that when your friend comes over and says, what are you doing on your guitar? You can play them something. This is your repertoire that you want to keep going. These are the pieces that you've already learned the notes. You've been working the tricky spots, and then there's still the rest of the piece that you want to continue to practice. These you'll probably have to cycle through. You can't play every single song you know every single day, and you might be able to, but as you get more and more, so you cycle through. And so then you actually play pieces in full, and there's different ways to do this beyond the scope of this video, but you want to have your full pieces to where you're playing to, and ideally at the end you actually full on perform one or two pieces to where you say, okay, 3, 2, 1, go, and you just boom, for keeps, play through. So that would be like a fifth area, would be performance practice. Those are some areas to quickly review. We have technique work, new notes, tricky spots, and full repertoire pieces. There are other things you could put in there, but these are some really nice core ingredients for your practice. You can actually get a much more in-depth course on this, full course on this, at the link below. So check that out. Have fun, have great practices. Hey, would you like to play more cleanly with more speed and precision, with more beautiful phrasing, and know that you're actually coming forward and progressing in a logical way on your guitar? Well, if so, you might want to check out the Woodshed. The Woodshed is a full practice solution. You'll find a massive library of play-along practice videos. You get a clear step-by-step progression. There's a massive practice library there with videos that you actually play along with. So practice along videos, training your different areas of your technique so that you know that that's solid. You get all the courses on Classical Guitar Shed, free webcam check-ins and video reviews so that you always know that you're on track with personalized one-on-one feedback, and most of all, you get the peace of mind knowing that you are on a specific track that leads from here to there. If this sounds interesting to you, then you can find more information following the link in the description, or you can go to classicalguitarshed.com, click on the membership button right in the center of the menu, and you'll learn all about it. Take care.